interviews.
Yeah.
But it struck me, the thing is, Kevin, and you're here early, you two, because we're out here quite a lot more from the Queen this morning, because of course...
Her speech.
Can we put in practical terms what this means? If you have an older relative, for instance, suffering with cancer, then they require social care. And you expect, Kevin, in the Queen's speech, that filling up agenda, because Boris has had this enormous success, general election, of course, Hartlepool by-election, improvements in their local communities. They're going to wonder whether they made the right choice. You have to produce photo ID. A lot of people will be put off voting because perhaps they might not voter ID card in order to do this. Or will you have to produce one of those photo IDs? The system works so well on that basis.
It does.
The Prime Minister was asked who he was going to hug and reenact it right now.
Yeah,
but
that's a few people in his mobile, he doesn't want you to hug.
Who you hug, which I would reason, sorry.
Oh, I know.
In a different direction to many of Labour's traditional voted for Sadiq Khan in London, but he was given a real run for his money by the Conservative candidate, not as confidently as was or might have been expected. And the fact of the matter is that across the country have gone, for the Labour Party, have gone towards the Conservatives, and that might be said to be over Brexit, shooting that, or it might be because of the personal popularity of Boris Johnson. I think many people, some people, will be screaming, what about, Alistair, when you are saying that Boris Johnson lied about in Parliament? John Bercow, there are people, the Prime Minister doesn't stand up in Parliament by himself. I mean, he's the role of the opposition to say...
And the media.
That is...
And the media,
well,
Susanna.
except that why isn't the opposition doing its job, holding the government to account? Well, people have a problem with how politicians speak anyway. I mean, we've already had our reasons for going into the Iraq War. You had Nick Clegg, of course, who promised that the Lib Dems would not raise... We unfortunately have an issue where people... in the Brexit, except that you say spewing falsehoods, and I think if you have a look at the claims that the Prime Minister... Look, I'm not insulting towards me. Very good morning to you. It has just gone 6:30. Welcome to the programme. You're in an excellent mood, despite warning us that the lack of cold water swimming at 7 o'clock in the morning was going to affect you. Something lifted your spirits last night, didn't it?
Until the next game.
If Charlotte or I wore the same dress,
there we go. It's a Sean Dyche cast-off, this one. It's a Sean Dyche cast-off.
Congratulations to Burnley,
we're safe.
Who are safe for another season. And to Crystal Palace, by the way, who beat Sheffield United at the weekend. But if you're a Fulham fan,
I'm sorry for you. I am sorry for you.
No, it's not a nice experience to be relegated. But you're in a good mood, and you did manage to do a bit of cold water swimming.
I did? Yeah.
Alistair Campbell's coming down. You even posted a little video, I think, of your swim so that we can share it with you this morning, because frankly, none of us are going to go cold water swimming apart from you. When I saw her talking to the Royal Life-Saving Society, that actually, because of the Zoom calls, we are actually seeing the Queen speak much more often. So this is Erin, I just wonder if we do have the Queen speaking yesterday at the Royal Life-Saving Society, because this was all about the fact that she was a trailblazer. She only has just discovered that she broke the mould 80 years ago when she earned a life-saving qualification as a...
You're absolutely right. We're going to see lots of this now, aren't we?
Yes.
Because of Zoom.
Much more of the Queen.
God bless her.
Do you know, absolutely
God
right,
bless
Andrew,
her. And
through the front pages. Daily Mail says lockdown measures, including... who are you going to be hugging? Or
Hollywood superstar Goldie Hawn on health, happiness and her mission to help the next generation. She's live after 5. You're watching Good Morning Britain on ITV.
See you in a moment.
Right. Highlight of my life yesterday. Highlight of the day today. Competition time. Your chance to win a car, a caravan and a load of cash.
The case. You know, people will assume that there are things said in Parliament or by politicians that very often... Goldie Hawn is not
She's in the metaphorical Good Morning Britain building.
It's me. We're all guilty of it. Not me. John, thank you very much. Good morning, Britain. It is 12 minutes past 7. Our main news this morning, the government has said it will revolutionise training and education for adults as part of its plans to rebuild the country after the pandemic.
The Queen will set out the government's legislative agenda for the year ahead in her speech from the House of Lords later this morning. Our chief correspondent, Richard Gaisford, reports.